In Genshin Impact, artifacts can be used to improve the strength of characters by providing increased stats and additional effects. Artifacts can be obtained by investigating certain objects, them dropping from enemies you kill, buying them from NPCs, or more commonly from chests, world bosses, and artifact domains. Artifacts come in different levels of strength called ranks or stars, ranging from rank 1 to rank 5. When starting off for the first time in Genshin Impact, don't worry too much about the artifacts, as it is more important to invest in your characters and weapons. However, when you start to get 3-star and 4-star artifacts, it is worth equipping artifacts with the nice set bonuses without investing too heavily. You want to start looking at the main stats of artifacts as well as the set bonuses and start to level some of them up. Reaching adventure rank 40 and above is when you want to focus on farming artifacts for your main party members through domains, as you have a chance to obtain 5-star artifacts. High-level artifacts can only be obtained from certain domains or bosses. To find out where to get specific artifact, check the Adventure's Guidebook. From adventure rank 45 onwards, 5-star artifacts are guaranteed from domains of the highest level. There are 5 different artifact pieces that a character can wear: the flower, feather, sand, goblet, and circlet. To get the most out of your artifacts, it is important to try and get set bonuses by wearing 2 or more artifacts from the same set. For example, wearing 2 pieces of the Gladiator set provide a character plus 18% attack, and wearing 4 pieces will increase melee wielders' normal attack damage by 35%. Currently, every set of artifacts has a 2-piece bonus and a 4-piece bonus, excluding the prayer artifacts. After the set bonuses, the most important part of the artifact to consider is their main stat. Different pieces can have different main stats, which will increase in power as the artifact is leveled up. Finally, the last thing to look at is an artifact's secondary stats. An artifact can have up to a maximum of 4 secondary stats and can obtain more or increase the potency of existing secondary stats as it increases in level. There are many different sets of artifacts, which you can find in a link to the wiki page on artifacts below, which contains a list of every artifact set in the game, or you can find information in-game using the archive. Depending on the character you're equipping, you may have to decide between going for the 4-set bonus of one artifact set, or 2 2-set bonuses from different sets, according to the character's needs. Of the 5 different artifact pieces, 2 have guaranteed main stats and 3 have multiple potential main stats. The flower piece will always give plus health, and the feather piece will always give plus attack as their main stats. The sands piece has a random chance of providing the following main stats: HP percent, defense percent, attack percent, elemental mastery, and energy recharge. Usually, a character will gain the most from attack percent or from energy recharge on a sands piece. The goblet piece also has a random chance of providing HP percent, defense percent, attack percent, and elemental mastery. However, it also has a chance to provide an elemental or physical damage bonus as well. Most characters will get the most damage bonus from an elemental bonus of their corresponding element, or a physical damage bonus. And finally, the circlet has a random chance of providing HP percent, defense percent, attack percent, and elemental mastery, but can also fall under healing bonus percent, critical rate percent, and critical damage percent. Critical rate and damage are 2 of the most favoured stats in the game for any character that is focused on dealing damage, and should be taken if possible. Ideally, you want to get your critical damage percent to be double what your critical rate percent is, or as close as possible. Because of this, the better choice between the critical rate or critical damage depends on your situation. The possible substats for all artifacts are flat HP, a HP percent increase, flat attack, an attack percent increase, flat defense, a defense percent increase, elemental mastery, energy recharge, crit rate percent, and crit damage percent. An artifact will never get a substat that is the same as its main stat. Of these potential substats, the critical rate and damage stats are usually the most popular, followed by attack percentage and energy recharge. Unless a character specifically wants health or defense, these stats are usually not desired. Leveling artifacts increases its main stat bonus and increases or provides additional substats. You level artifacts by feeding other artifacts to them. Higher ranked artifacts provide more XP when leveling, but also require more XP to level up. The different rarities of artifacts have different maximum levels. Rank 1 and 2 artifacts stop at level 4, rank 3 artifacts stop at level 12, rank 4 artifacts stop at level 16, while rank 5 artifacts can reach level 20. The main stat of an artifact increases with each level, while substats increase every 4 levels. If an artifact doesn't already have 4 substats, it will gain a new one every 4 levels. Otherwise, an existing substat will be chosen at random to increase. Feeding leveled artifacts to level up a new one provides 80% of the fed artifact's experience to the new artifact. This means most of the XP will not be lost. When you get your hands on a 5-star artifact, be careful how much you invest into them. The amount of XP required to level a 5-star artifact from level 16 to level 20 is almost the same as leveling a fresh artifact to plus 16, while only giving it a quarter of the benefits, so be careful. It is more valuable to get all of your team's artifacts to level 16 before you invest in an artifact to level 20. In summary, in the early game you can find enough artifacts to keep you going. However, once you reach the high levels, you will want to complete artifact domains in order to obtain stronger artifacts. There are many different artifact sets which can help different characters in different ways. Deciding what set bonuses to use can greatly increase the effectiveness of that character. It is important to look at the main stat and secondary stats of an artifact. When you find an artifact with good stats, leveling them up will increase the main stat and can provide more or better secondary stats. It is not worth heavily investing in artifacts that aren't useful to your characters, but the first few levels are good value, if you don't have anything better. Focus on getting your whole team to level 16 artifacts before investing further. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave a comment and I'll do my best to answer them.